God damn it.
Welcome to the Dirty Sports Podcast. I said welcome to the Dirty Sports Podcast with Andy Ruther and Joe Prano. Welcome to the Dirty Sports Podcast.
Welcome to the Dirty Sports Podcast. I'm your host, Andy Ruther, coming to you live from Cincinnati, Ohio, with my co-host from Port Hueneme, California, Joey No Chill Prano.
Hello, Andy.
Good Monday evening. Who day? Who day?
You know, a lot of these like sports shows, you know, like, well, welcome back to Jim and Tom on Sports Radio 95.9. The bet is always like, if you lose, you got to wear a fucking bet. You're like wearing it to troll. Your Bengals trolling. Is this like a Andy Ruther curse kind of thing? You're like, I'm going to wear it, and now they've got no chance of winning ever again.
I'm just, I thought, hey, I got the old Palmer jersey. This thing's 20 years old, by the way. I bought this in 2005 in the Las Vegas outlets when I was living there. This is my old Palmer jersey, and threw on an old winter hat. It's kind of toasty here. I'm not going to lie.
Justin Wood tunes in tonight. It's going to give him a craving. He's going to order a Carson Palmer jersey from China for $14 to be shipped to his house.
We have to let the dirt balls in.
Did you have dinner? I think you might have something in your teeth.
Oh yeah, good call. Look at that. I appreciate that. When you don't call people out,
it's awful.
You
got sometimes you just got to do it. I've learned. It's funny. I was on Jay's show the other day. He said we have Matt McCusker, who is Shane Gillis's podcast partner and comedian. He had him on and he asked him, are you a fight or flight guy? When anxiety gets up, are you a fight or flight guy? We'll now move to the other side. That's wild. Are you doing a gag? You're like, is it still there? No, it's like a Mr. Bean thing. You have to have it by now. Yeah, you're good. He asked Matt McCusker if he was a fight or flight guy. And I realized I think I was flight when I was younger. And now I'm a fight. It's like it's weird that you can like rework your brain. But I feel like for my entire life, up until a certain point, I would have just sat here and watched you have shit in your teeth. And then at some point in my life, I just changed and I became like, bro, you got a booger. You should do something about that before we fucking walk into this bar. My friends were like, oh, thanks, dude. I'd be like, yeah, man. It's going to ruin my whole night if I had to stare at it the whole time.
Oh, yeah, you got to tell. You got to tell somebody. I don't know. I probably maybe wouldn't have always told somebody if they had something in their teeth, but now for sure. I was gonna say we gotta share the text exchange, which was classic yesterday. Justin Wood.
It was a crazy thing. I mean, listen, I'm not here to dance. Here's something that's important about me and the Bengals and this show. And where I don't give a fuck, bro. Like, you guys make the Super Bowl, it doesn't matter to me. You lose all your games, it doesn't matter to me. I just tell it like it is. We had, I hate to keep going back to Jay's show, but we had Jeff Perlman on. And he's got that new Tupac book, which I know you're probably really excited about because you love you some Jeff Perlman and you love you some Tupac. But people are really angry about him. He's just a journalist. He's just telling the stories that he interviewed 600 people. Now people are mad at him for just telling the truth about Tupac. He fucking loves Tupac. It's like I feel no sort of way about the Cincinnati Bengals with any sort of emotion. But I'm just like, man. The whole world, like the whole football world, just being like, well, it's chalk up a win for the Bengals this week. They're playing the Jets like that. Like, who has an all-time better winning percentage, you think? It's got to be the Jets. It's got to be.
All-time winning Bengals versus. You think?
God, the Jets have had some good seasons. Bengals historically.
Okay. Oh God, you put this shit in. I didn't go chat. What was I thinking?
You.
All right, I'll put it into
At
chat
this point, who's
GTP.
not doing ChatGPT? My point is this, we can talk about it. But I picked the Bengals. I picked the Jets to win on the show. Basically, I mean, I said I could certainly see them win. I wasn't like I guarantee, but I was like I could certainly see them winning, and I think it's absurd that the world is doing this. The Bengals are going to be 4-4 thing because they're playing the winless Jets. I'm like, I don't know. Doesn't that have Bengals written all over it? By the way, I would have done the exact same thing if it was the reverse. If the Bengals were winless and Jets fans were like, we're going to 4-4 this week, we're playing the winless Bengals, I'd be like, wouldn't be so quick to do that.
The Bengals have a slightly higher one.
Slightly higher. What do we got?
Jets are 444. Bengals are 459.
Okay. So, I mean, but historically, like, franchises that are considered like cursed.
Oh, yeah.
Terrible. Synonymous with failure.
Well, Justin sent a text to me and you at 3:17 Eastern time. He's wearing the Flacco jersey.
He's at the bar. He's wearing the I honestly, so the Jets game, I was keeping my eye on it. Let me just say this also. Jets Bengals, I was keeping my eye on it because I said whatever. But then I'm also like, am I keeping my eye? I'm not really keeping my eye on the Jets Bengals game. Like I keep my eye on it in that I always go one screen with the Giants, one screen with Red Zone. But the Giants game has sound. And I switch over to sound. I switch Red Zone sound on when Giants go to commercial. So I'm like, I kind of have my eye on it. I know what's going on. And Justin fires this text along, and I go, in my head, I'm just being totally honest. This is for Justin, so he knows what I'm like. That game's got to be in the third quarter still as well, right?
He wrote never a doubt. I believe it was 31-16.
Yeah.
Bengals. Never a doubt. You responded instantly, screenshotting this for when the Bengals bangle.
Because I was like, this game's still in the third quarter.
And they're up 31-16 when the fourth quarter started.
Yeah.
And then they gave up 23 points and lost 39-38.
Yeah.
So at my house, I was getting flack. Not Flacco. I was getting some flack. Why didn't you tell me to pick the Bengals? Because they suck. This will be our one. Same thing. I'm hearing it in my ear.
Who did you pick this week?
I told her to pick the Colts.
Yeah.
Brittany comes home. She's been at her parents with Isla. She sees the score and she goes, why didn't you tell me? Why didn't you tell me to pick the Bengals? They suck. This would be a week I could use them. And I said the same thing. I go, still early. Still early. And she goes, whatever. They're not going to lose. Leaves, goes to Target. Game ends. I send her a text. Like
Donnie? Daniel ain't Donnie.
like her mind couldn't comprehend. I said, the Bengals lost. She goes, what do you mean they lost? I said, they lost. Their D sucks. They lost 39-38. I can't stop laughing though. I'm wearing the Palmer jersey because I have the quote from Palmer when he left, when he said he's going to retire. This is his quote. He said, and this is what I think Burrow thinks. I do. And by the way, this isn't a knock on Burrow. This is kind of what these QBs think they are. This is Palmer's quote. I thought I was the difference maker. I thought the organization doesn't matter. The players in the field are what matters, and I was 100% wrong. All that matters is the organization, because great organizations get the right players. I mean, everything he said there is right. And here we are. And by the way, I'm going to go back to, we talk about people like, you've been like, oh, I was right. I will go back to what I said. And I'm triple and quadruple and whatever. The Ravens are winning this division, guys. The Ravens are winning this division. All they needed was that one W yesterday. They're winning this division. I said it when they were 1-3. I said it when they were 1-4. I said it when they were 1-5. The Baltimore Ravens are winning this division at like 9-8 or 10-7.
I still think you're wrong, but I like that you're sticking to your guns.
Steelers, Colts this week.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
But the Steelers are what? The Steelers have 4 wins, 5 wins?
4-3.
Okay.
Steelers lose that, they're 4-4. If the Ravens beat Miami, and I think they would, they should, they're 3-5. Suddenly they're just a game back with half a season to go. And sorry, Bengals fans, your season's done. Your season's done.
Well, I mean, the audacity again of people just to be like, yeah, what? There's not a game like the NFL is an any given Sunday type of place. But when you're a bad team, which the Bengals are, that's every week. You know, good teams, you can say any given Sunday, any team could be in any team, and that's true. And sometimes teams get the Giants beat the Eagles 2 weeks ago, and we'll get to that fucking game. We'll get to that rematch later. But when you're it's not a trap game when you're the fucking Cincinnati Bengals. Every game's a trap game for the entirety of your organization's history.
Yeah. Oh, I know. Let me ask you something, man. Because I feel like
I don't care. I like I've always liked fucking the Bengals colors. Growing up, I liked fucking with the Bengals on video games like Boomer Esiason, Icky Woods, the Icky Shuffle. I liked fucking Ocho Cinco back in the day. I liked, there's plenty of things that Corey Dillon was fun back in the day. Like, I always thought Carson Palmer was trash. I always thought Andy Dalton was trash.
But Corey Dillon's he's in a huge beef with the organization right now.
That tracks.
It's hilarious.
But the thing is, I just don't care. I don't give a shit. The only reason I have the slightest bit of even, if I did the show with anybody else, I'd be like, we're not talking about Bengals Jets. What are you doing? Who cares? Who fucking gives a shit?
But here's the thing, though. The Jets are so bad. When again, I've sadly watched them. I watched that Denver game when they got negative after the sacks, net negative 11 passing yards or negative 10, whatever it was. I'm saying I've watched the Jets when they went for it early yesterday and didn't get it, and basically they're down 10-0 pretty quickly. I was like, there is no I just don't know how you can give a 500 yards. Like, I know the Bengals are not good, but like the level of the Jets, I still obviously follow all the teams pretty closely. At least not all the teams, but like I still follow the Jets. Or one of the teams are like, I'm just saying it's a big market. It's something to follow. Like, I've obviously followed what's going on with Woody Johnson. We've talked a lot about Brigg or whatever his dumb kids are. But my point is, like, last week, their owner literally said Justin Fields couldn't complete a pass. Their owner's calling him out. And then he rolls out 500 yards as an offense?
Because the Bengals defense is fucking terrible because they signed 14 wide receivers. I mean, what the fuck? How many weeks are we going to do this?
Let me ask you something, though. Okay, just from watching. I know you're not really watching, but I feel like nobody's talking about this. I know the Bengals have always had a trash O-line under Burrow. But you know what's been really telling after watching? This is now the third game Flacco started. Flacco's been sacked 4 times in 3 games. I just looked. Burrow was sacked 5 times in a game and a half.
Getting the ball out fast is the name of the game in the
NFL. I was just going to say,
not like Joe Flacco played till this age with the success that he had because he had a fucking horseshoe up his ass.
It's interesting to watch. I'm just saying.
And Joe Flacco went to the Browns and made them fucking decent, and went to the fucking Jets and looked okay at times. It's like, yeah, man.
But that's
Joe Flacco is not this like Hall of Fame fucking lock, but he's been a good quarterback for a long time. He was a fucking great. I mean, we did the elite conversation with Joe Flacco. I'm not sure he ever got there, but he was, he was right there. He was a full-on franchise quarterback in the age of everybody's locked in with their franchise quarterback, he was it for the Ravens. He was real good. He's decent now.
But that's my point. It's just like he's played this long and he still, again, throws a very nice ball. And he's not getting like that's all I want to say is nobody's talking about it. That the Bengals O-line didn't suddenly just get amazing for Joe Flacco. They didn't just suddenly get amazing. Like,
listen,
bro,
you're talking to the guy who, no joke, had to come onto the show against you, against a fucking 1,000 other people who literally told me that the Seattle Seahawks.
I did not complain about their line.
Oh, hold on. Only drafted guys who could run block. They specifically drafted one dynamic block. They had elite run blockers and terrible pass blockers. That was what was told to me on this fucking show. Marshawn Lynch is good, but he also has this team. They have an ability to find great old linemen. They're only great at one of the two aspects of the game. Fucking unreal that conversation happened on this show multiple times. No, his O-line's trash. Really? Fucking run the ball real well.
What's going on through your head right now with that Scadaboo injury? Tough injury.
Well, I mean, it's horrible. Would have been nice for the completely illegal hip drop tackle to be flagged. Now, doesn't change the fact. Flagging after the fact doesn't make his ankle not broken. But if the NFL wants to stop these injuries from happening, flags and fines help those. So there's that. But listen, were the Giants winning anything this year? No. And then there's some part of the equation where I've said it 1,000 times on this show. It's a Super Bowl or bust league. You're better off having 0 wins than missing the playoffs by 1 game. Now, the Giants, to me, and this is week 3 of me saying this, I think that the blueprint for the Giants, and this will be a nice transition into talking about this team, is to be next year's Patriots. The Patriots last year won 4 fucking games, but they got experience. And they got a Drake May played in moments that prepared him to do what he's doing this year. Now, the Patriots have Mike Vrabel, which I feel like I am once again a man on an island.
Dude, I don't think enough people were talking about it. I agree. It's amazing.
Once again a man on an island where I was like, not only was I the only person going, the Tennessee Titans will rue the day, but also I was just like, how are we doing all of these coaching hires? I don't know how many coaches in the NFL. Not five, that when Mike Vrabel was fired, shouldn't have thought, should we fire our head coach and hire Mike Vrabel? Now, if there is a conspiracy here that the Patriots had this in place and that they were going to do, and he knew he was going to the Patriots, I'd like to fucking hear about it. So who's the coach out there? Andy Reid? Who else? Who are the other coaches out there? You're like, no, bro, you can't just fire Kevin O'Connor into the sun and hire Mike Vrabel. Can't you? Mike McDaniel's offense. You can't just be fucking. You can't just see Mike Vrabel hit the market and tell Mike McDaniel to get fucked. Can't you? Sean McVay? Andy Reid? I'm running out of names, Andy.
It's a small list for sure.
Bro, you're telling me you wanted us with Dan Campbell coming off an NFC Championship game that he blew personally to fire him and hire Mike Vrabel just because we're super talented and we're maybe a coach away?
But
Don't be ridiculous.
I put Harbaugh on that list. I know a lot of people want him. They think change might be good for him in Baltimore at this point. A la kind of Andy Reid in Philly. It might be good, but my point is, doesn't mean he's not. I think Harbaugh's a great coach.
Okay, so we're at 3. Lock 3s. McVay, Reid, Harbaugh. We're at lock 3.
Shanahan.
Really? Lock? Can't think about it. Can't have a conversation in the 49ers front office. Hey, man, we haven't won a Super Bowl since 1995.
No.
We've gotten there. This guy wants us to pay fucking Brock Purdy. We're not better off with fucking Mike Vrabel. I understand the devil you know is better than the devil you don't, but you can't. That's not a conversation you can have. Should we want Mike Vrabel? Has Kyle Shanahan taken us as far as he can take us?
I mean,
how did being an offensive team go when we were a dominant offensive team?
But they've also had great defenses in the
Sure. You're saying it's a conversation you can't have. I'm ridiculous.
I'm not having that conversation.
Okay.
Personally,
I'd have been Joey Water Cooler. I'd have been like, guys, I'm just walking to the water cooler.
But the point is, Vrabel's never even been to a Super Bowl. Like, let's tap the brakes here. Like, Shanahan's been to 2.
Great. That's not how I'm judging any of this.
Okay.
He did make an AFC Championship games with the fucking Tennessee Titans. Zach Taylor's been to a fucking Super Bowl.
Okay, fair point. No, look,
no one's talking about Mike Vrabel. Oh, just Mike Vrabel takes over the Patriots. Like, oh man, Patriots might fucking beat the Bills, be the 1 seed.
They're 6-2. Like statistically speaking, if you look at I know projections don't mean shit, but in a way they do. Once you've played 8 games, they're like right there to get the 1 seed. Big hit by Ohtani right there. I don't know if you saw it.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's a couple games on right now. I get it. I think he is. We talk overrated, underrated. He is such a highly underrated head coach, and I don't know why. I mean, when have the Tennessee Titans been relevant? Since Steve McNair? Steve McNair, who's not even living on this earth anymore?
The Miller Lite of NFL coaches.
Underrated.
Oh, we're just gonna come in. What's your house IPA? Have you thought about sitting down for a second? Sit down and grow up. You're just gonna come in here and ask for the hazy Kyle Shanahan because that's what the fucking world told you was good. You don't want to just think about how many of these you might have tonight. What's your end game here? Do you want to win a Super Bowl?
Yeah, I mean, I think they got their guy.
No shit.
well, no, it's just amazing that they basically went from Belichick. You did a 1-year misstep with Gerard Mayo, who I mean, is he even coaching anymore?
No.
Like, is he coaching?
Where would he be coaching? He's coaching a college team?
No, he's not coaching. I like them a lot. I like the Patriots a lot. But
I like Mike Vrabel with a quarterback.
Yeah. That's true.
Remember when a converted wide receiver in him went to the fucking AFC Championship game?
Oh, that's a great callback. I totally forgot Tannehill was a wide receiver. Who, funny, maybe it's funny, maybe it's not. Not in the league anymore since Vrabel's gone. Yeah, he's definitely on a small list. Vrabel's on a small list. I mean, look, things are getting.
Don't let Vrabel starts sniffing around A.J. Brown, the unhappy and unhealthy A.J. Brown, the guy he didn't want to leave in Tennessee in the first place.
Oh, it's true. Reunited in a trade. Imagine throwing May another weapon like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I mean, listen, the Patriots have a very easy schedule because they were a 4-win team last year. But you got to be ecstatic about what you're building. I don't think this is their year. But Drake May's legit. Mike Vrabel's more legit. People want to play for the Patriots. Kids coming in the league right now, all they know is Patriot greatness.
That's true. So how you feel about the Eagles at this point? They've rolled off a couple wins.
Well,
against your boys.
I have a lot of thoughts on the
Eagles. I did call that game. I said blowout.
Yeah. And
you can roll your eyes. I said blowout.
And it was the most fraudulent blowout of all time.
Oh, why?
Well, first of all, 14 points off the board on a fraudulent non-call fumble and a fraudulent OPI. You can say
the fumble. I didn't like the fumble.
Hold on.
I agree.
You could say if you're me, if you're a Giants fan, you can't say we won this game if it weren't for the refs. That's ludicrous. And I would have never said that. But if you're a guy who bet them plus 7.5, you can very much be upset about how that game turned out. The tush push has got to go. That was the fucking worst call I've ever seen, solely because if the last push of Jalen Hurts doesn't count, then the tush push doesn't work. The whole concept, the whole play is they get a push, they don't get it. They get a second push, they do get it. First, fucking Jalen Hurts tries to sneak. Then Saquon Barkley puts his cock in his ass and pushes him across the line. And then, if that doesn't work, Dallas Goedert puts his cock in Saquon Barkley's ass, who's got his cock in Jalen Hurts' ass, and they get one last push of the tush over the line. Are we not acting like the entire tush push happens like a moving of a wave? Like,
it's like human centipede.
Yeah. So now every player gets a chance to drag Jalen Hurts with their cock in his ass. Like he's a fighter jet and they're stopping him in Top Gun with the fucking hook and fucking wire thing. But if during that process he lets somebody take the ball from him,
it's not a fumble.
Then it's not a fumble.
I agree. That was a terrible call.
So that's 7 points right there. They scored 2 plays later. And then you have a phantom offensive pass interference call. Takes another. And hold on. Also, forget the phantom awesome pass interference call. We don't think that game's wildly different in terms of how it ends, how the game is played out. If toward the end of the fourth quarter, it's an 11-point game instead of an 18-point game, you're a touchdown, a 2-point conversion, and a field goal away from like giving them a chance to have a shot in this game. It was a ridiculous call. That fucking play needs to go. They can't officiate any aspect of it anymore. Any aspect of it. No aspect of that play is officiated properly.
No, I know. Look, there's questionable calls, but also it's like that game from the get-go, they give up a big-ass run touchdown, long run, Saquon Barkley. Like, from the get-go, I was like, oh, okay, Saquon came to play.
Now Saquon's questionable because Saquon pulls up limp at the end of the game. Eagles fan, I do not root for injuries, but I do root for you guys to deal with questionable, which we did for 4 years. Enjoy questionable. Oh, a little limp. Thank God you got a bye next week. Because Ain't nobody in the world whose quad and hamstring and groin injuries lurk for a goddamn season, like, say, questionable. All that pushing of the tush. Have you thought about working out until you can squat 625 pounds? What do I think about the Eagles? I think the Eagles are fraudulent.
What does that mean? I mean, they're Super Bowl champs. They're 6-2.
Yep.
They're in command of their division.
Oh, they'll win the division.
But what does that mean is fraudulent?
I don't think the Eagles contend for a Super Bowl this year.
You don't think they contend?
I don't think the Eagles win 2 playoff games. And I don't think the Eagles win 1 playoff game if they have a bye.
So then who's contending out there?
What do you mean? In the NFC?
Yeah, we got the Packers.
Well, I like the Packers more than I like the Eagles.
We got the Rams.
I like the Rams more than I like the Eagles. I like the Lions more than I like the Eagles.
You like the Lions. You said they're not contenders.
Yeah. They also have a fraudulent quarterback. But I think that they're more talented.
Jalen Hurts is not a fraudulent quarterback. He's a Super Bowl winning MVP quarterback.
Okay.
I mean, that's absurd to call him a fraudulent quarterback.
Hey, listen, Nick Sirianni didn't want to fucking let him throw the ball. He's his goddamn coach.
Hold on. He won the Super Bowl MVP. He's not a fraudulent quarterback.
Okay. I'm sure with A.J. Brown faking injuries and Saquon out, I'm sure everything will be fine. I'm sure everything. Listen, I guess there's a chance that you could just fucking line up, start the game. If you theoretically, if you can guarantee get 3 yards on every single play, you can never be stopped. 3 times 4 is 12. Theoretically, they could fucking get a pair of fucking pants made out of KY jelly and fuck the guy down the field the whole game.
The Jaylen 500. Oh, we've already literally had an episode titled that. Yeah. Well, I think the tush push. I think it's gonna go. It doesn't matter really how we feel because I think they're gonna vote against it this offseason for real. I think it's gone. I think it's done. So I was impressed with the Packers last night. At least the second half.
Yeah.
For sure.
I just think the Packers have a lot of weapons on offense. I think the Packers are starting to find themselves defensively. They certainly have a lot of players, and Micah Parsons is starting to feel himself a little bit. I like the Packers well, let me ask you. You like the Eagles more than the Packers or the Rams? You like them more. Oh, okay. So where's the cutoff? The Lions? I like the Lions more than the Eagles, and you don't. And
here's my cutoff. I still like definitely the Rams and the Packers more. Look, the Packers were my preseason Super Bowl champ. I also put value in a quarterback and a team that's been in the Super Bowl twice recently, won one last year. I put value in that. Experience matters.
Sure. Now, historically, if you take out like straight up dynasties, how often does that happen? How often you get like 30 Super Bowl appearances in 5 years or whatever it is? Or this, I guess, would be 4 years.
It's tough.
Jalen Hurts is the new Patrick Mahomes, Tom Brady.
No, I'm not. But again, we're talking about actually being contenders. I mean, your list is 2 teams.
No, first of all, hold on. First of
the
all,
NFC. You're saying the Packers and the Rams.
Well, first of all, I also just put the Lions over them.
But you also said in the last episode the Lions aren't real Super Bowl contenders.
How is there a number of contenders that I have to have for it to be relevant?
No, you can have any number you want. I'm just
Guess what? I like the fucking Bucks in a playoffs.
Okay.
2 years ago, the Bucks beat the Eagles on the road. Or no, maybe that was at home because the Bucks won the division. But like,
I like the Bucks too. I'd put them in contender range.
Well, again, contender range is like, do I think when it all is said and done, and you have to like the game, your season's on the line. There's a lot of teams that I have above the Bucks and the Eagles and the Lions.
Yeah.
I mean, if the goal here is like, oh man, if the Eagles just get back to the Super Bowl out of a weaker NFC, they'll have really shown us something.
Yeah, no, look, I get what you're saying. It's I mean, yesterday again, any given Sunday, it's like you see some of these teams like no one predicted Miami winning yesterday. Ass kicking.
Well, I predict them to cover that game since we're doing our whole like let's dance up and down what we fucking called games.
So did I think. I mean, they're saying like that's the end of Kirk Cousins officially.
I didn't even know Kirk Cousins was playing, and I still picked him.
Yeah, we got a call from Arizona Dirtball Damon, who left this before yesterday's game. Not that it matters, but he left this call last week after that 1-6 start.
What up, fam? This is Damon, Arizona Dirtball. Super cliche, but I've been listening since 2013, and I don't believe I've ever called in, but we've obviously had our...
Bro, we weren't even a show then. That's amazing, Damon. We didn't even start till January 2014. But anyway, impressive. You saw the future.
EM exchanges. Felt like it was the time to finally call in about Tua, what happened this weekend, the 3 picks, and just apologize. I clearly was wrong. I got taken away by the only decent offense I've probably ever seen in my entire life in 2023. 11 wins, didn't know how to act. And, yeah, I got ahead of myself. And the boys tried to pull me back, tried to tell me this is Hawaiian Kirk Cousins, even at his best. And now he's significantly worse than that. So nothing else to say on it. Tua's done. And, Andy and Joe are right again. Condoms are not for no chill when he's in a porta potty at Mardi Gras.
I love the callback. I've exchanged some DMs over the years with him about Tua.
And not to like nudge back toward the last conversation we were having. So just pretend the conversation, pretend I'm not just pointing at the conversation that we just had. Okay. Pretend the whole time that I'm not over here with a neon sign with an arrow. But look at Tua's statistics before he had 2 elite wide receivers. And now look at Tua's statistics as those receivers fall off. But hey, at least A.J. Brown hates Jalen Hurts' guts. So everything will be fine.
I mean, again, it's just such a bad contract, that Tua one. There are some really bad ones out there with these quarterbacks, and that's definitely one of them.
My thing on quarterbacks, and you have to remember this. This is something everybody has to remember about Joe Prano when you like to come and fucking dance on my like, oh, you thought Josh Rosen was going to be good. I was like, no, I didn't, because I don't fucking watch college football. And I've been on that. How long have I been saying that? Like my in the history of the show, the college football I watched was limited to I had a girlfriend who was an LSU fan, and I told fucking A Millie Zach Mettenberger sucks. I don't watch fucking college football. So what I do is I watch you come into the league, and do you elevate your team solely? Does your presence alone solely elevate your team? And then that's the baseline. That's where you fucking start. And then you got to start to sort of watch for this other shit. Okay, what about when they play playoff teams? What about when they play playoff games? What about when they play primetime games against good defenses? What about when they play? Like, what about when they play? I am a New York Giants fan. Okay, So for the first, 5 years of Kirk Cousins, I got him twice a year. Twice a year. I watch every Kirk Cousins snap against the Giants. I watch every Kirk Cousins snap in prime time. I don't know where the Vikings fans were like, he just beat the Bills in Buffalo. Eat shit, Joe Prano. I'm assuming, talking themselves into J.J. McCarthy or whatever. But I watched it, and he fucking, not for 1 second, did Kirk Cousins ever scare me as a Giants fan. In fact, even when the Giants were bad, they tend to have halfway decent pass rushes. There was at least 2 games where bad New York Giants teams sacked Kirk Cousins 6 times in a game. So to me, I'm going, you can't ever, he's not going to suddenly become a great quarterback. That's he came in the league. He's mediocre at best. You're not going to convince me that he came in the league and like learned to play the game. That's the same thing with Tua. Tua came in the league. Oh, you're on a fucking great. And the other Joe Prano theory is, oh, you were awesome in college on a team that was fucking awesome. You never got touched. Cool. There's a graveyard full of the bodies of Ken Dorsey and Danny Warfel and every fucking floppy-haired Alabama, Brody Croyle, and fucking who's the guy who backed up on the Bengals for a while, and fucking
AJ
McCarron, and there's 1,000 of them out there. Oh, you're a lead at Alabama in the mid 2000s. Cool. The entire offensive line, defensive line, defensive backfield, and wide receiver core got drafted in the first round. I could have played fucking quarterback for them. So the idea that Tua comes in the league, he does not elevate anybody. He looks pretty mediocre. He keeps getting fucking concussed. I was like, yeah, oh, cool. He had a big season when they got peak Tyreek Hill. And it was the fuck it and chuck it.
I think pretty early on. You talk about, and I definitely agree. Does this guy elevate his team? And I think that pretty much right away.
And there's the rare Josh Allen that comes into the league raw because they played in Wyoming and aren't accurate because they're playing FBS football and learn to take the easy passes because now they suddenly have them because of a scheme. But he's also 6'5" and was a freak fucking athlete.
Yeah.
And was like running people over from day one. It's like, yeah, that guy might learn to have attributes that are more NFL quarterback like. But you're not coming from Alabama. You're not coming from a Nick Saban system looking bad and then figuring it out. How did you not figure it out with like the best college coach in history? You came into the league underprepared to be an NFL quarterback when your coach was college's Bill Belichick?
Yeah. But I was just thinking as you were saying that, like I'm thinking of these QBs. You use Josh Allen, who's kind of like an outlier. If I wrote off 10 QBs, you could tell me, like I could tell you right away, did they elevate their team within the first 2 years? You know if they do, for the most part.
And
you never got that vibe with Tua.
But also it was a Tua in the AFC East with the Bills, the Jets, the Patriots, post Brady for the most part. It was all there for your taking. And what did you fucking do? Like, we're not talking about it. Oh, this guy came into the league and he's, he went he straight into the AFC North and he just got beat up and fucking crushed and he was seeing ghosts and all this stuff. Like,
it's not even for the most part. I don't think Tua came in 2020. I think Brady was already on the was Brady on the Bucs yet, or was that his last year in the Patriots?
Might have been. I don't even know.
It might have been his last year. I don't know. But again, it all goes back to like what Brian Flores was saying, and he was viewed as a mean, a bully, whatever. Like, which to me is like I don't even know what that stuff means when we're talking football. It's a violent sport with that type of energy. That's what you're gonna get.
Here's the thing: what exactly Justin Herbert is, I think, is TBD, because we all agree that he had a terrible coaching situation.
Two. Let's not forget.
Right.
He had Anthony Lynn.
Yeah.
And then what was it Staley? What was his name?
Brandon Staley.
Who's literally I don't know what he's doing.
Right. But I can tell you, and you can go back on the show, there was never a moment. There's never a moment where I entertained the like Tua or Herbert. Look, the same draft class. I don't know. One guy is a fucking cannon for an arm and is able to like. If he just had a coach that was like, hey, why don't we throw 25-yard crosses that no one else can throw? Or fucking, hey, let's throw a bunch of fucking screens and occasionally hit Tyreek Hill running by guys.
Oh, Staley is the DC for the Saints.
And the offensive coordinator is the guy from fucking LSU's dad.
I mean, Kellen Moore, like, what are you doing with these hires?
Like, listen, you can go back to me never wanting to fucking abandon Daniel Jones. But he fucking sucks, because they were terrible. They're terrible. But look at the Giants, dude. Jackson Dart has elevated the Giants by existing.
It's true. The word that comes to mind for me is hope. I think it's important. Does this young new QB, and like I said, I think pretty quickly, does he instill hope not just in the team, the fan base, the city? Like, is there hope when this guy plays, when this guy steps foot on the field? Is there hope? I never got that vibe with it. None of us did. None of us realistically.
Some people do, but like some people got it from Goff in LA because he was the first overall pick. Some people are just dumb enough to go, well, picked him really high. I hope he's good.
True. That's true. Yeah. It's just it's going to be interesting how it shakes out. You have a Broncos team who's now 6-2, and everybody's like, I'm already saying, can they contest? Can they contest in the conference, in that division? And it's like, come on, man. Like, you still got the Chiefs, man. I just like.
I like the Broncos less than the Chiefs and the Chargers.
I agree. Here's one for you.
I mean, the Chargers came out and fucking dominated on a Thursday.
I like the Broncos less than the New England Patriots in a playoff game.
Where's your Jalen Hurts is 6-2? What is this a different 6-2?
Yeah. Do I need to explain myself again? One has a Super Bowl winning MVP QB who's been to the big game twice already. The other one is Bo Nix, who's probably his same age and has played in one playoff game and got his shit pushed in by the Bills, I believe it was last year. Bro. Sorry. Did he get him out? No way. How did he even scoop this? Watch this play.
You're talking about back to third?
Yeah, it's like he threw it in the ground. It's like.
I mean, I saw that. I mean,
That's a hell of a play.
It's a great throw.
Yeah, it was a good throw.
You want that bounce out there. You don't want it in between there in the bag. That's a great throw.
That's how little I know. I'm like, why is he throwing it in the ground?
Well, throw it in the ground out there, or throw a bullet, but don't throw the one that hops right close to him, and don't throw the high one because you're never getting a tag down on the guy if it's high. So it's a great throw. A young Joe Prano playing center field made that throw all the time. I'm not joking. A little fucking.
Looks like we got challenged. Is this gonna be a tie?
Ties are outs, by the way. This whole tie goes around shit is urban legend.
I don't think it is.
It is. There are no ties. There's no such thing as a tie. If you go down to the 1/1,000,000th of a fucking frame, something happened first.
But I want to play this. I want to show this clip from earlier today with the ump. You didn't think it was as egregious as I felt.
Well, it's a major league egregious, but then also, what do we do? There's a lot of layers to this.
Okay, so we got a guy on first base, no outs. This is top of the second, tonight's game, World Series. Late call. Nobody knows it's a strike. Guys think it's a ball. I think it's a walk. I'll play it out.
First, oh boy. Everybody's confused. Varcho Stone is.
Let's go back. Even the pitcher, look how hesitate. What is happening here?
Everybody's confused. Varcho Stone is back. The shot's wandered off of the base. And
all
right,
let's take it from the top. Let's go. Let's go in. Okay, so you throw this pitch. It's big league high. Okay?
Yeah,
it's big league high. Also, if my son takes that pitch to end a high school baseball game, I'll give him up for adoption. And I'll be like, why did you do this to me? Why are you doing this to me? What? I put in all this time to teach you to play baseball so you can take a cock shot at the letters? Who did your mom cheat on me with that she gave me you as my failure fake son is taking a fucking letter high cock shot to lose the high school state championships? Now, it's big league high, but it's also it's okay. It's not technically high. It's not by letter of the law high, but it's big league high. So there's that. Step 2, umpire, make a fucking call. When you don't say something, it's a ball. When you do say something, it's a strike. And if it was a strike, then what's the fucking that's a big thing for me when I managed baseball teams. I go, if it was a strike, what fucking took so long? Why do you have to think about it? Why are you like, was it a strike? I'm not sure. Hey, too late. It's like being on a game show. You have a 1/3 of a second buzzer. If you don't call a strike, it's a fucking ball. So far, we now the batter and the umpire are at fault. Runner, where the fuck are you going?
Oh boy!
But the batter is still look. He thinks it's a walk, then it's a strike. He has no clue what's going on.
Yeah, but he saw the fucking runner going. So now the runner's the runner got himself in his own jam. Now he's so now he's getting assurance from the batter that it's a walk because he fucking thought it was a walk.
Everybody's confused. Varcho Stone is back. The shot's wandered off of the base, and he's out.
It's
Who thought it was ball 4?
11 people wrong.
Bro.
Except the pitcher, who's just like, I guess I should throw it over there. It's a ball.
I mean, that's like some minor league shit.
It's a ball. But also, if it's a strike, fucking call it immediately. Robot umps, Andy.
That's what I was trying to get to.
Robot umps. There's no way an AI bot fucks that up. And theoretically, I guess if a robot ump was fucking program for letter of the law. He probably calls it a strike, but he calls it a strike immediately.
Sounds like Asian there.
No, that's robot. You're not making my robot Asian. Also, who do you think built it? You think a white dude in fucking Ohio built my new robot umpire?
No, I think a white dude in Silicon Valley did.
Bro, I don't know if you've ever been to Silicon Valley.
There's some white.
They might be American. They ain't white.
Dude, definitely not here. We don't even have Waymos here yet, bro.
We don't have Waymos here, and I'm like 40 miles from fucking LA.
It's happening, bro. The takeover.
Honestly, this would never have happened if there was a robot ump. And then also, if you walked, you just stayed at home plate until your Waymo picks you up and takes you down to first base.
I like that. That's a good. You know, they would love their money. That's a good marketing crossover sponsorship right there.
This is one of those situations. You know, it's funny that you put this up. So this is one of those situations, and having coached and managed high school baseball teams, this is one of those situations where, as the coach of a team, I would have lost it on the umpire, and then lost it on my kid when he got back to the dugout. It's a fucking double. It's the double thing. All y'all motherfuckers are fucking. Why you all try? You guys can give me an aneurysm. Well, he called it late, motherfucker. How about walk? How about take a beat before we decide that we're taking off? Now you got to fucking strap back on your stupid little armband. You got to strap back on your stupid little fucking thing. You got to put your oven mitt back in your pocket. Just fucking hit. And then I also told that umpire, I'm going to kill you, bro. If it was so fucking strike, why didn't you call it?
How's this going? Let's do a little recap. We got 1-1. We had just a blowout game one. Highlighted by the grand slam.
And then game two, what was the final?
5-1.
What did I say? Toronto Blue Jays will need to score 6 runs a game to fucking win. Now you're right. I did say average. So on average they are, but like, they're not going to win these games. They're not going to win these 4-3 games. They're not going to win 5. They're not winning that game 4-3, 5-2, whatever. They're like, and now we're at 4-4. They're going to need to win this game 8-6. You got to get through these starting pitchers. You got to get in the bullpen. Then you got to fucking start knocking guys around. First game, they get to a bullpen. They open it up. Second game, they never get to a bullpen.
Yeah. You know, I like seeing the Canadians.
You need, if you're the Blue Jays, and I know this sounds crazy, you really just need one in LA. You just need to go back to Toronto. You just need to go back to Toronto.
Yeah.
Go back to Toronto. If I was their coach, I would have gone into yesterday. I would have gone in today. We need one. Guys, if we go back to Toronto, we're winning this fucking series. Just go back to Toronto. And guess what? If we win today, tomorrow's free. Tomorrow's a bonus. Win today. Because if they go back to Toronto, if they even go back to Toronto down 3-2, that shit is going to be the Molson. You know Canadian beers like moonshine. By the way, did you see the Big Daddy meme?
No, I didn't.
Oh, my God. I saw a meme. It was like last time Toronto was in the World Series. This kid was, because you remember the whole Big Daddy thing? Where he's like trying to figure out, and it's like, oh, remember we went up to the Blue Jays World Series, the home run. We went to that Hooters after the game.
Oh, him and John Stewart?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, Canadian beers like moonshine, he says.
I'm
sorry, the Hooters thing was just a coincidence.
Rest in peace, Hooters, by the way.
Yeah. Somebody's got to take over that. Somebody's got to get a hold of those franchise rights.
I mean, what's that model at this point in 2025?
The exact same model.
Just horny dudes.
Yeah. Why are we down? Has there been a severe
Yeah.
There has? That's
Gen
funny.
Z.
It's funny. There's
they don't drink alcohol and they don't have sex.
There's millionaires on OnlyFans.
I'm talking more Gen Z, the young generation. They don't do anything. I know I sound like a boomer. I don't care. It's true.
Well, boomers are the ones that still go out to bars anyway. So you're essentially saying bars are over.
I don't know what the young kids want. I don't know what they do. That's what I'm saying. They don't have a desire to just go get smashed and go have just casual sex with a stranger.
I think that they have the desire to. I think they don't have the tools to. If that makes sense.
I mean, because they're just so socially awkward.
Yeah.
It's a shame, dude. This goddamn technology ruins everything. It's a blessing and a curse, I tell you.
Yeah, I know. Like, take away the phones, give us robot arms. Let's use the technology for good.
That's true. I'm all for robot arms. I'm all for robot, you know.
But it's like you
reps.
you talk about this shit. It's like I went to a restaurant the other day, and the lady said, "You good with the QR menu?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I don't like sure, I don't care. I can pull up the QR menu. Like I'm not a boomer where I can't like man stop fucking blah blah blah. Sure, you don't want to bring me this is gonna save me 5 seconds, right? I can QR menu it. Now you don't have to get me a menu. Great. Come back with my coffee, and I'll have my thing. But QR menu does not work if you own a Hooters, right? You go to Hooters now, you think you okay with the QR menu? It's like, yeah, I'm okay with it, but you're also supposed to come over here and stand in front of me and tell me this fucking specials with your tits hanging out. That's literally the whole point of this goddamn restaurant.
It's true. Yeah, I don't think it's coming back.
Technology is the ultimate double-edged sword.
Oh, 1,000,000%. It's like again, I don't, especially with sports. Like I don't know why we're not. Like they're kind of dabbling in it, but they're not fully with officiating. But they get all the calls right, all of them. You know they can make like an electronic field for the NFL?
What do you mean?
I don't know what I mean.
Well, I don't know. I certainly don't. You know what you mean?
I'm just saying like something where like spotting the ball and just whatever it is. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. Something. I'm not smart enough. This isn't my.
Well, they have the electronic first downs now.
They do.
But they rely on humans to decide when forward progress stops. And he's like, hey, I blew the whistle because I already came when I was watching the last Tush Push. I'd already jacked off, so a little delayed because I was in the post-com watching dudes fuck each other.
Have you seen, because one of these happened during the Knicks game. Have you seen the Jaylen Brown hair rubbing off on people?
The Jaylen Brown hair rubbing off on people?
His fake hairspray.
Oh, yeah.
Bro, I can't stop laughing. This was happening now twice. Right. So first we have.
Yeah, that soul glow.
I think this is on OG Anunoby. Let's see here.
84-65. The foul called on Shemet. Brown.
Let me go back on this.
He got doo-doo stamped.
Bro, look at this.
It's like when your dog fucking does the butt slide against the carpet.
Foul called.
Like, no, you didn't doo-doo stamp me.
Look at that. And then we have the Pistons game. I don't know when it happened, but we have the post hair doo-doo stamp.
What that was a
You know what that was? That was a doo-doo stamp. Look. So by the way, this has been a discussion in my house. Because she's watching Starting Five, who Jaylen Brown's in, and I'm like, yo, look what's going on right now. On my phone.
Who else is on Starting Five?
It's Jaylen Brown. I don't watch it. She watches it. Look, I don't watch it. It's Jaylen Brown. It's KD. It's I'm losing my mind. From Pistons.
Cade Cunningham.
No. God, why am I blanking on their star? No, sorry, not Pistons. Sorry, Pacers.
Tyrese Halliburton.
Yeah, Tyrese Halliburton. I don't know who else.
Okay.
But anyway, so I show her. I said, look at Jaylen Brown. So it's turned into a discussion, and like we're okay, sorry. What just happened here?
I don't know how he got in. It looked like he was stopping.
Vlad Jr.'s going crazy.
Well, it was a double down the right field line that hit off like the sidewall.
He got in. Wow. Look at this. See, the robot ump would have gotten out of the way quicker.
I want to see if he stuck. So they slowed down running. Why didn't they know he was going home?
That's crazy. Look at everybody jump.
Dude, if that's a good throw, he's out by a mile, by the way.
You said 6. I got to get to 6. Look at this.
Well, it was already 4-4. I said they got to win 8-6 now, but yeah.
So anyway, Jaylen Brown's hair.
Oh, are they going to say it fucking hit a guy or whatever? Whatever. Who cares?
So here's my thing. So there's a few things I want to tackle that we were discussing here at home. One is like, dude, you know you're going to sweat. Why are you
blowing your hair?
Yeah. It's like you know.
Well, he's not anymore. This is going to end this quickly.
He's done it twice now.
Well, I know.
So here's
now he's a meme.
So here's my second thing. And I think we can both agree. No other race of people looks better bald than black dudes.
Right.
Like, it's not even close. No other race looks better with a shaved head than black dudes. They just look good. Just do it, man. Just do it. Jordan did. Just do it. I'm saying, like, all those guys ended up doing it. I feel like that's a newer generation, young black dude. They don't want to do it.
Yeah. And then it's also like, there's so many options, though. There's so many options. Besides, I mean, dude, Stevie Wonder's at full on bald. Stevie Wonder's been bald for 40 years. He's still rocking braids.
It's so true.
So it's like, it's not like
look at Snoop.
What's that?
Snoop's hairline goes up to here.
Yeah. Look at fucking Jaylen Brunson. Jaylen Brunson's bald, dude. I'm like, bro, your hairline's going back, but he's like, I keep the little braids. And I'm like,
I guess I never looked.
Jaylen Brunson's like 3 years away from being fucking Stevie Wonder. The painting it on Soul Glow style is wild.
I never thought of that. That's a whole other good point, though. The braids.
Or just like, dude, if you had a full-on afro, like no one's like, oh, it's kind of going back in the front. They're just like, bro, he's got a fucking afro. It's wild.
Yeah, no, I agree, man. There's a lot of options. And again, that fresh bald shave is gonna look good. But like, they're all doing like LeBron, KD, It's like, guys, just let it go, man.
The KD one's wild. KD's like, don't even look at my head. I have a horrible goatee. And you're like, yeah, but why? Don't look at my head. I'm 7 feet tall. Most people are looking at me from below, so just focus on my goatee.
I live with the number one KD stan in the whole fucking world, I swear.
Really?
Yeah.
She loves KD?
Loves KD.
Why?
I don't know.
I love KD too, in a sense.
She's watched enough stuff. Like, he's been in enough stuff that big KD fan.
I love KD too. I mean, what a great player. I love his game. I've always loved his game. I actually do like him when you watch him in person, like talking. Like anytime I've seen him in a long form interview or whatever, you're like, all right. The under thing when you really know the league is just like, yeah. They're like, this is a cool interview, but it is colored a little bit by the fact that there's a different version of you at home that's angry tweeting at people.
But also, like, you joined the 72. I'm sorry, like,
oh, of course, but that's
you joined the 72 win Warriors.
Those are related. Those are related. That's the burner KD and the Warriors KD are intertwined forever. Because not only is a lot of the burner shit in defense of him joining the Warriors, but also the insecurity that comes with having your burner ties to you needing the title, so you join the team and then whatever. But then also leaving. Then there's the insecurity because then you heard hearing, bro, he joined and left the Warriors because the internet trolled him. The internet fucking, bullied him.
That's why he left?
Oh, yeah, that's why he left. There was like, oh, fucking fraudulent ass rings and like whatever. And then he was like, all right, fuck this.
Yeah. I don't know. If you look at, though, like fraudulent, he's holy fucking shit on that run. He is he's someone that I don't know who else. I don't know who. That the truth is, I do think of that. I don't do that with other people. Like, anytime those rings come up, that's like my first thought. Like, yeah, KD joined you guys. Like, what? Like, KD joined you guys. I don't really do that with any other guys joining teams.
Oh, it was ludicrous. It was a ludicrous. It was a fucking insane thing. They won 73 games the year before. They went to Game 7 in the NBA Finals. And then they got the second best player in basketball, without a doubt, to join the team.
It's insane looking back on it.
And he had that team on the ropes himself on another team. It was absurd. It was ludicrous.
Yeah. We have a idea here we could do this 1 week for NFL. Let me play this call. 859-832-0478 is the hotline. Here is the call idea.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's your Southern California dirtball Jimmy. I just thought I had a funny thing for you guys to do just once, because it's all this fucking betting bullshit that's going on and shit. It'd be really funny if after this Sunday's games, you looked at them and then you did overly rigged, under rigged, or a properly rigged football game based on what the final score was and based on what you think most of the bets are. That's pretty much it. Love you guys. You get me through traffic every fucking day here on the 405. And always fuck the Cowboys. All right, later, guys.
Shout out Jimmy. Jimmy did a lot. Remember, Jimmy came to the Smut Studio.
Yeah.
For a Sunday view party.
Yeah, I remember. I thought he was going to go a different way with it. I was thinking that what we should do with all this betting stuff is pick a random reserve NBA player, and across the dirty sports, we should all be like, yo, Wednesday, 6 p.m. We're all betting Josh Hart assists unders, and see if we can't get a ticket off the board. Like at the same, like 6 p.m. 6 p.m. Eastern, we all drop $100 bet on Josh Hart assist unders and just see if we can set off some red flags in the NBA betting system.
What do they do when they take it off? You just get your money back?
Yeah, but then also it'll just come down and won't be able to be bet anymore. Because what they'll do is they'll take their lumps and they'll be like, all right, that was an inconsistency. So we're going to shut it off right now. And these people have their bets in, but no one else can get the bets in.
That's funny.
I think it'd be fun to just see if we can't troll the casinos into taking it. But also, even if they don't take the bet down, it's going to be a conversation. Like they're going to be like, Adam Silver, we just got 275 bets simultaneously across 10 different sports books on Josh Hart assists unders in this random November game against the Timberwolves.
Did you see that they sent out a league memo
that was like, you have to be really, it's like, I don't know if you know the fucking
calling it the dire risks of gambling? How it should be regulated, what types of bets. I told you, I talked about props last episode. Like, are they going to try to go for that? What types of bets should be allowed and the best ways to protect players from, and they quotes, the dire risk that gambling can impose upon their careers and livelihoods. Hilarious. You guys suddenly care. Did you see the interview with Adam Silver?
Yeah.
You saw how flustered he was?
You're out of your depth, Donnie.
God damn it. It's just not fair. I'm sorry. Like, it's starting to annoy me. This Shohei shit. It's starting to annoy me. It is. I'll just be honest. It's starting to I am. I do find myself really pulling for the Blue Jays. And like it's starting to annoy me. Fuck this. Like, fucking KD bitch ass. It's stupid. That's why I love the NFL. I'm sorry. It's why I love the NFL.
Because there's a salary cap.
Yeah.
And there's a parity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, on one screen right now, I got the Dodgers, the biggest market. And the other screen, I got a dynasty from Kansas City. City smaller than Cincinnati. It's just like, come on, man. I don't know. I just like, I'm over it. But I also understand if I'm a player, why do I want that? I want to make as much money as possible.
Right. But just know that Patrick Mahomes would be a cowboy if the NFL was Major League Baseball, because 3 years in, they'd have been like, yeah, the Super Bowls are great, but how's $2.5 trillion sound? And they'd be like, all right.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just like, it's just ridiculous. And these Dodger fans, look at these. It's just these Dodger fans are just like,
I love that. I'm very much enjoying watching Andy Ruther be 14-year-old Joe Prano. It's like I'm looking through the portal in Interstellar where I'm like, no.
But it's true though. It's like, guys, like, come on.
Yeah. It's like you're watching lifetime Red Sox and career 380 hitter Wade Boggs suddenly get a fucking clutch base hit for the New York fucking Yankees.
Good call out there, Wade. Again, hotline 859-832-0478. Was there anything we missed on this week's game?
The NFL?
Was there anything that
I always like to look at it, do a quick rundown of the
scores,
the league week.
Yeah.
Jets, Bengals, Ravens, Bears. You love the Ravens. You got them to win the division. Texans, Niners.
Called that. I'm just saying.
Bucs, Saints, Colts. I mean, do we have to? I know it was the Titans.
Bro.
I listened to 35 minutes of Bill Simmons' podcast today, maybe. And he literally said, he's like, the talk's going to start, but it's never going to happen. I'll say it again. I'll say it. I said it last
What's
episode.
never going to happen?
I'll tell you. I said it last episode, and I'll say it again. The Jonathan Taylor for MVP chatter.
No, it's happening now.
No, I know it's happening.
I read a big piece that was like he's most deserving for the MVP right now.
He was saying, oh, it's never going to happen because they just don't do it. I'm like, what? But like you couldn't do like you talk about somebody who like would shift if Bill Simmons, and he would never, because I would assume he's like, if the NBA's cock was 12 inches long, he'd put 11 of it in his throat. That's a guy who could be like, yo, let's all hit a Josh Hart assist under on a Wednesday night. And he could legit shut down Vegas. He could shut down the gambling site.
But he also has endorsements from those companies. So he
right. My point is, he actually has a say.
Sure.
And he's going, yeah, but it's never going to happen because they just don't. I go, but you are them.
Because they don't want to give it to a non-quarterback.
Yeah. And I'm like, but you are them. You are the mainstream media. You can do the thing. Like, you should do the thing.
Yeah, but you know what? This year, so far, through 8 weeks, think about it. It's the most prime because you have nice years from Mahomes. You have nice years from Josh Allen. They're 7-1, like we've said.
But odds this morning, Taylor was behind Jones.
They're kicking everyone's ass.
Yeah.
And he's their guy. Let's pull it up here.
By the way, you did a touchdown dance on every betting line you picked this week. The real touchdown dance you deserve is your Colts call preseason. That's the one you should be. You're like, I called the fucking Texans to cover. I'm like, Jesus Christ, who are you? Just saying.
I'm feeling swaggy, man. The Bengals lost to the Jets. Yoshi sent me a text. He's like, the Jets? I just wrote back, you and I watched that defense live, Yoshi, 10 days ago. You know how bad they are. P.S. Stop sending my kid weird fucking Japanese pillows. You weirdo. I mean, you're right. Jesus. It goes Mahomes, Allen, Drake May, Matt Stafford, Baker Mayfield, Daniel Jones, then Jonathan Taylor. He's 7th odds favorite right now. It's crazy. It's amazing what happens when you have a good D and a running game, what it can do for your quarterback and what it can do for your offense. It's amazing what it could do.
The Bengals are like, hear me out, though. What we're arguing is, what if you don't have those things? What are you capable of then? Watch. So, hold on. Hear me out. We have 2 good receivers, right? We should have a running game. But what if instead of a running game, we have a 3rd receiver? And then what if instead of a defense, we have a 4th receiver? Huh? Can I interest you in? The Cincinnati Bengals are like Olive Garden if you get free unlimited breadsticks, but then the appetizer menu is just breadsticks and the entrees menu is just breadsticks. And for your entree, more breadsticks, thank you.
And Bengals fans eat it up.
Yeah. And you're like, but the breadsticks, the breadsticks you put on the table are unlimited and they're free. So why would I order that for an appetizer?
Okay.
The question you should be asking yourself is, why are you ordering it as an entree?
I want to see your response to this YouTube comment.
Yeah.
Daniel Jones is a medium pizza. Goff with Gurley, Jones with Taylor. The comparison is right there.
Sure. Okay. So. And well, here's the thing about Daniel Jones with this team. That absolutely may turn out to be true, but he hasn't shown that yet.
Well, look, that's a fine analogy. Here's what I'll say about that analogy. Daniel Jones did win a playoff game already, the previous team, on the road. You know me, and I love talking playoffs when it comes to these QBs. It's very important to me. It's the most important thing. The most important thing, without a doubt, it's the playoffs. So you have to give him that. Jared Goff always had McVay, always had a D, always had Aaron Donald. That scheme, let's not forget, by the way, the year they made the Super Bowl and lost, Gurley was hurt. Remember they plugged in Homeboy and he rushed for like 150 yards against the Cowboys? We called it live on YouTube. Was Tug with us, or Tug was at the game because it was the Coliseum? Yeah, Tug was at the game.
Well, listen. I don't hate this comparison, by the way.
Yeah, I don't hate either.
We just need to something needs to be addressed here. That I was sitting here essentially being like, maybe he's a medium pizza, and the entirety of the Dirty Sports fan base were like, he is a DiGiorno that somebody shit on, and then they put shit in the oven, and then they cook shit, and now my house smells like literal burnt shit, Prano. And if you don't come on the Dirty Sports podcast and say Daniel Jones is a frozen pizza, a Red Baron frozen pizza covered in human feces, then now I have to move out of my house because the feces melted and it's inside my oven, then you should fucking get off fucking podcasting. And I was like, or maybe it's just like a medium pizza and the Giants suck. And you guys are like, you're an asshole, Prano. This is why you're fucking dog shit. I'm going to Reddit right now and calling you a fucking loser under an account that is not attached to my name because I am a coward fucking idiot who doesn't know anything about football.
I mean, I'm shocked. I thought Daniel Jones was trash too.
And I just said, we'll never know because the team is horrific.
Well, let us know, guys. Hop in. Give us a shout. We still got to do, maybe we'll do that next episode. What was the game we were going to do? Spectrum or
Rigged or not rigged? Is that what
No. It was with QBs. Whether they were on the spectrum or stud or spectrum. What was it?
Stud or spectrum. Listen to today's episode. Prano cannot accept that the Jones contract is worse than Cousins signing. How's Kirk Cousins, by the way? How was he this week? How did he do this weekend? Anybody like
And you going back to the receipts. Chiefs 5-3 now, baby. Just saying.
Hate of Cousins and optimism for Jones is wild.
I mean, no one saw this though coming.
Yeah.
No one saw this. I mean, like we said, they're just they're not just, they're dismantling every team. Now I'll be curious. Pittsburgh's defense is trash. Pittsburgh's also lost 2 in a row, which makes me think they're due for a win. That game's in Pittsburgh. You know what I'm saying? Like that's going to be a tough game. Don't you agree? For Indy?
Yeah.
Like going into Pittsburgh, not an easy place to play.
I'll say this: the Colts going to Pittsburgh for a game like this is the
test, like a litmus test.
This is an absolute test. I'll tell you the other thing.
They're 3.5-point favorites right now,
but they are blowing teams out, Andy. If they go in there and win 14 points, I'll be like, well, then what the fuck? I guess they're the best team in football.
Yeah, I agree.
And I'm not. And by the way, am I out here ever fucking if besides sarcastically being like, I told you guys, Daniel Jones is an elite quarterback? First of all, never said that. And second of all, I'm still not saying that. I'm literally out here with all the Daniel Jones fucking ammo I could ever use saying if Bill Simmons had some balls, he'd start the Jonathan Taylor for MVP campaign.
Well, look, as a guy who doesn't live too far from Indy, I have to laugh because it's like, look how they built their roster. It's just funny. It's like, hey, Bengals, you don't want your defensive coordinator? Those 2 playoff runs were realistically, if you actually look at it, defensive led by this guy. We're going to take him. Oh, Daniel Jones, we're going to take him off the scrap heap. We think we have a good, solid core defensively, offensively at the line. I think we have a coach who can scheme well. We know we have a solid running back.
We got a fucking great tight end in the draft. We got a couple of nice little receivers that if we can keep them open. We don't ask them to do too much. That's the league these days. The league these days, there's a lot of guys like, bro, this is, you want a fucking Daniel Jones, Jared Goff. How about who wasn't on that little YouTube comment? Where was the Brock Purdy, Christian McCaffrey? Is Daniel Jones, Taylor, is Gurley and Goff, how about is Goff with his 2 running backs now? The whole world, bro. Remember, hey, Andy and Joe. It's the Brock cock slurper. Remember that call? I think you guys. I'm like, okay.
Well, look, we're gonna know quick. I just pulled up their schedule. We're gonna know about Indy real quick. Listen to their games the rest of the year. This is just their schedule the rest of the year. At Steelers, home against the Falcons, at Chiefs, home against the Texans, at Jags, at Seahawks, home against the Niners, first Jags, Texans. I'm just saying, they got their tough part of their schedules coming up.
Yeah.
So we're gonna look.
By the way, we go back to the start of this show. I don't think I give a fuck about the Indianapolis. I don't have any rooting interest in the Colts. In fact, I dunked on you when you were like, Colts are gonna be okay this year. I was like, I think they might be one of the worst fucking teams in football. Every win the Colts have proves my prediction wrong, proves the incompetence of my franchise, proves whatever. It is the way the league is. And the only touchdown dancing I get to do about the Colts is it's okay. Some of you guys don't know what the fuck you're watching, and that's fine. And it's all in the results and your results-based fantasy football fucking stat watchers. And that's cool. And there's literally 95 fucking posts on Reddit about how I'm an incompetent asshole by people who listen to the show every day because I wasn't willing to just say, take a gun and put it in Daniel Jones's mouth and kill him. He's the worst quarterback that's ever played. I was just like, I don't know. When the Giants run the ball pretty well and their offensive line's healthy, they fucking look pretty good with Daniel Jones. And other times they don't protect him and he fucking gets murdered. They don't look good with Daniel Jones.
So I just listed those games, right?
But Justin Fields has never looked good at any second of his NFL career. Never for a second. Never for a fucking second.
Yesterday.
Even then. The Bengals stink, guys. That's why I picked the fucking. You think I picked the Jets because like, oh, I shoved a crystal ball at my ass last week, and I was like, this is the game that Justin Fields figures out how to play quarterback in the NFL for the first time. No, I was like, the Bengals fucking suck at defense. So maybe an incompetent quarterback who's a very fucking talented athlete. Don't fucking. Justin Fields will be laying in his bed at 70 years old, an old black grandfather going, let me tell you about the time I was in the NFL. And he'll still be a better athlete than anyone I've ever met in my fucking life. Okay? But he's not good at playing quarterback. But he's an elite athlete who got to play against a dog shit defense yesterday. And suddenly the game slows down a little bit because no one's fucking rushing him.
Well, back to the Colts real quick. 9 games left. Just look at that schedule. If they go 6-3, which would put them at 13-4,
they're a 1 seed.
I was just about to say they're a 1 seed if they can go 6-3, and I'd say they probably do. All right, let's get out of here, man. It's late. Let's get the end of this game. Give us a shout. RP the old hotline. It does.
859-832-0478. 859-832-0478. Give us a call. I got a bunch of shows coming up in and around town. Friday, Halloween, I'll be at the West Side Comedy Theater. Saturday, I'll be in Lompoc, California, doing a Don't Tell at, I believe it's called Hangar 7, if you're on the central coast of California. Back to our old stomping ground. I drove by Savage Town today, by the way. Still very savage. Some guy just like no care for the crosswalk, just like walked in front of my car, shirtless, pants barely hanging on. I was like, all right, well, some things get cleaned up. Oh, and you'll love this, Andy. You'll love this. You know what your fucking no burrito Mexican place is now?
What?
Venice Steakhouse. I don't know anything about it. I just drove by. I was like, does that say Venice Steakhouse?
Takaya Organica, no more.
Yeah. Venice Steakhouse. And a neon bull on the fucking sign. Wild place to put a steakhouse.
There.
Yeah.
And
do you know the whole Great White thing these days? Have we talked about that?
No.
Oh. You know Great White. You remember Great White was there when you were there?
Yeah. It replaced the Subway.
Great White, the owners of Great White are getting dragged all over social media because apparently Great White is not just about sharks. It's also about white supremacy. And they like actively like hide people of other races in corners and stuff like that.
No.
Yeah, bro. Just put Great White into TikTok and then enjoy. Mostly Asians. They're very anti-Asian. And now it's like, it'll be a Subway again before you know it. I'm putting a Hooters in that location.
Half the breaks. You just threw a lot at me.
Yeah. So Venice Steakhouse.
I'm looking at Venice Steakhouse right now.
Great white supremacy. Have fun on the internet tonight. Yeah, what's going on at Venice Steakhouse?
Well, I was just looking at their menu, and it's just like I look at that location. There's been so many different businesses.
Wild to try to put a steakhouse there.
The one that had the most stay was Takaya Organica, which was, there's a few of them around LA. Are they all gone?
I don't know.
There's one in Santa Monica.
This Great
White still exists?
Oh yeah, it still exists. In fact, they're saying
that works out great. I just bought a Nazi uniform. I was looking where to wear it.
This thing, they're like media plan too, which is like never like respond to it, and then but employees came out and were like, yeah, and then they weren't allowed to so across the street. Do you remember Gran Blanco? That was the bar that was across from Great White. It's on the corner. It's where, yeah. So then they told people don't know hip hop. We don't want to draw a certain kind of crowd. We don't
They're Great White's getting killed on Google reviews in the last.
Yeah. Put it in TikTok. It's wild. Anyway, all this was to say I'll be right down the block from there at the townhouse, which, as far as I know, is unproblematic.
Not
on
really. They roofied me and you and your
Well,
brother.
yeah. Well, yeah.
I think I got roofied there twice.
Unproblematic as far as the internet's concerned, but yes, we should take down townhouse like fucking people are taking down Gray White. I bet you if I put up a TikTok, I might even do that. This is a good call, Andy. Tomorrow I might be like, hey, can we talk about that block? I know Gray White is white supremacist, but Townhouse is trying to rape your credit card by roofing you.
You want to hear what's ironic about? Hold on. Let me.
Anyway, come to the Townhouse and don't use your credit card. Pay cash and see me on Sunday night.
You know, this all makes sense about Gray White, especially about Asians. I don't know if you remember. I've only eaten there once. I met you, and not going to bring up X from you. My ex that I was dating was Asian. I don't know if you remember when we sat. They made her sit in the parking lot and they gave me a seat.
Did we sit there? Did we eat there with her?
We ate there. That's
Did
the
they
only time
put
I ever
us
ate there.
Were they in the corner? Were we seated in the corner? Although I think at the time then it was like a grab a number, seat yourself kind of thing.
It was packed. We went on a Sunday. I know that. It's the only time I ever went there. I'm gonna do a deep dive. Now I'm curious. I thought you were gonna have like a mayor update for me. I'm not gonna lie. I was
no, but I'll cruise back by. That fucking pizza place is still there, which is wild. The pizza place under the hotel.
No.
Yeah, that's wild. How that exists. I'm sure.
What about that little omelet place?
Omelet place.
Not they did like a breakfast thing that it was
the little corner cafe.
No, it's right by the hotel. When I first moved there, it was a Quiznos. Then it turned into like
Egg Slut.
Yeah, Egg Slut.
I think that's still there. We'll confirm. Egg Slut's bomb. I love Egg Slut.
I never had it.
Although one time I went in there. It's great bacon, egg, and cheese sandwiches. And I'll, by the way, pay the whatever stupid fee, $13 bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich or whatever. Regular cup of coffee, regular drip coffee, this big, classic. This shit, $4. I was like, guys, you can't charge me $4 for something that costs you 11 cents. You just can't. Like I am a human who can do math and knows what things cost. I think I even put that on a Yelp review. I was like,
they do still exist.
Yeah. Good egg sandwich.
Good organic.
Good brioche bun and you know what the thing is, if you're around the country and you get yourself a fried egg sandwich, I don't think in LA they're hard to come by. A lot of people in LA microwave their eggs, which is atrocious. You could just not serve eggs.
Yeah.
You don't have to serve eggs.
By the way, Tocaya Organica is doing fine in LA. Just that location. They're in Santa Monica, Studio City, Toluca Lake, Hollywood, downtown LA, Century City, Playa Vista.
This is so cool. Once something falls out of favor, it's like.
Next time you go, look for a homeless Native American girl.
Okay. Oh, I remember her. Weirdly, her name is also Tokoya Organica. All right, I'm gonna go eat dinner and watch the end of this game.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go.
JoePater.com for shows.
I'm gonna wake up my kids and share bedtime stories about homeless Native American girls before I met mommy.
Watch TikToks on the white supremacy. Great White.
All right, guys, have a great night. We'll see you on Friday, and as always, stay dirty.